Welcome to Where There's Wheels.
There's a play.
I'm Ian, your Make-Complexity casual gamer.
I'm Stacey. I'm your non-gamer gamer.
And today we are here with a new month. And
Already
it is December of 2025 somehow, which means it's a new theme for the month. Last month in November we did new to us games. It was November, and we cleared off a lot of new games. In November we'll be talking about some of those probably here coming up, and there's been posts on the Instagram page at Will's Plays Games. On there, been pretty active over there. We haven't been as active on here lately due to some things that I addressed in a state of the channel. But this month we are exploring old games
in a new way.
What does that mean? Well, there's a lot of different ways. The easiest way to do this would be expansions. To say, oh yeah, we're going to throw expansions in. We've actually got, I think, like several different ways we are going to explore the games in new ways. And the 6 games we've chosen to go up on the wall definitely are, yes, there's some expansions, but there's also some different ways to do this. But there are some other games that we want to just quickly mention that hopefully will get played this month in a new way. They might. These are ones that could get played in a new way. And games that have expansions that could be played in a new way. Apiary, Aqua Grove, Hanami Koji, the Isle of Cats. I've got the boat pack. Hanami Koji, we've got a lot of small little ones. Aqua Grove, I got some expansions. Apiary, I have the expanding the Hive expansion, which I haven't played with yet. Lock Up, Role Player Tale. I have the expansion with Add Something down below. I have gone to play this a couple times before, and it doesn't quite fit on my desk with the expansion, so I got to do it on the table. Rove, I've got several expansions that I haven't got to the table yet. Santorini, I have the Riddle of the Sphinx expansion, which also adds a solo mode, so player count there, and or it can be played cooperatively. It's kind of a little campaign with some riddles, so I'm very excited to get that to the table.
Santorini?
Yeah, Santorini. Yep, the Riddle of the Sphinx. It adds a cooperative mode or a solo mode with it. It's a booklet, so you get to play through that. So I think we're probably going to get that to the table. I've been excited
like Santorini.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to play it like cooperatively or solo even. Skulls of Sedlick, I've got some. Tussy Musty, we've got some. We'll probably get those to the table. I've got the new Dragon Academy for Wormspan, which definitely will get to the table this month, because every game that we're putting on our wall is going to be played on our table. So I'm going to have a free desk to play stuff in. Player count. We might get power plants to the table. I've played that only solo, so I'm hoping maybe to teach that to Stacey. That's from Kids Table Board Gaming. Little area control, tile laying type game. Scenarios. Jamie Stegmeyer has started putting out some scenarios to play through. He's done the Indiana Jones challenge and the Aquaman challenge, and now the newest one is the... what is it? Oh, what is that movie with Ben Affleck where he plays the model?
The model?
Yeah, him, where he plays the really goofy model. I think it's Ben Affleck and Owen Wilson.
Oh, that's Ben. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
Not Ben Affleck.
Not Ben Affleck.
That's the other Ben.
The other Ben.
Where his dad's...
Ben Stiller.
Ben
Stiller, yes. And I can't think. So he's got these challenges out there where you have to do certain things. So I will probably get Vantage to the table playing some of those challenges. And then Nekojima, a really fun dexterity game that we really enjoy. We've only played it cooperatively, so maybe we'll play it competitively. So those are some games that we might get to the table. I think some of those will be a little easier to get to the table because some of them are solo, some are small, and some of them, I'll be able to get to the table on the desk. But those are not the ones we are putting on the wall. So we've got 6 games here that we are going to put on the wall. The first one, I'll start us off here. The first one is a game that I've only played solo, and I've been mentioning to Stacey that I think she'll really enjoy this game. So we are going to get it to the table 2-player for the first time. I've only played this solo, and that is Honeybuzz. I'm excited to teach this to her. It's a worker placement game where you are building out your hive and doing some different things in your hive. Has some really cool double hexes that trigger some effects and stuff. So I'm very excited to get that one to the table 2-player because I've only played it solo, so I don't know what the 2-player experience is on that one.
I don't know, but you've been wanting me to play it for a year, so...
At least.
We'll go from there. And the one that I'm excited to get to the table and play it in a different way is this one. Is Calico. And with Calico, we have the knitting and
Knitting
called?
circle.
Knitting circle, and you can play knitting circle with the Calico with the
Vice
rondelle.
versa. You can play Calico with the rondelle from Knitting Circle.
Yes, like he said, you can tell I have not done that yet. So we're gonna try doing that, and we'll probably do an update on that. I'm excited to try that because I like Calico and I like Knitting Circle. Throw them together, you've got a game for Stacey.
Yeah,
so, and it's got orange cats.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun. It'll give us a new way to draft the tiles. So that'll be kind of interesting. Maybe we'll play that one. That might be a live stream. We're gonna get back to our live stream. So maybe we'll do that one with the live streams. So let's get to our first contributor. We only have 2 contributors. Wow, that is.
I look like I have a really bad comb over, and it's just kind of flying. We'll just tuck that up in the hat.
All right, let's get to our first contributor.
Hi, I'm Sarah with Let's Table It, and a game that I want to explore in new ways this month is Come Sail Away. Now, I have made no secret of the fact that this is one of my favorite games of the year, but there are a lot of different tiles that I haven't shuffled in. I've kind of just mostly stuck to the base game for my first dozen or so plays, and so I'm excited to open that up and check out some of the new extra tiles that you can add in to make the game even more interesting.
All right, thank you for that, Sarah. Just by herself this time. So that's Sarah from Let's Table It, and she also has an Instagram page. Sarah Always Loses. So Come Sail Away. Sounds like I've heard of the game. I haven't looked much into it. Sounds like it'll be a good one for you to learn or to play it in a new way, especially if it's one of your favorite ones of the year. The next one on our wall is going to be one that we picked up together a couple months ago, but then it hit my busy time, and we have not got it to the table. We were a little scared to get it to the table last month with the pieces inside. I think we figured out how we can put it on the wall, or so put it on the wall vertically. But I think I'm gonna get a band to go around the box from school. I think we figured out a way that the tiles in it will not move. So this is one that we bought, and then I've actually played it once on Board Game Arena. So this will be the first time. It'll be new to Stacey, but it'll be a new way for me to play, and that is Pergola. And Pergola is a tile laying game, kind of set collection, different things, where you're collecting different types of things to build your pergola up. It's really pretty. I'm very excited to get this one to the table. I've played it once on Board Game Arena, on a Board Game Arena night. Can't wait to get it to the table. So it's I think games are a little easier to understand on the table. Once you play them on the table, then they're easier to play on Board Game Arena, personally. So very excited for that one. It is absolutely gorgeous, and all the components are really pretty. So very excited to get Pergola to the table for the first time. Tabletop.
And the next one that we are going to do as a new way is Wild Serengeti. So we have played the heck out of Wild Serengeti, and I love this game by itself. Apparently there's a cooperative mode that you can play together that we have never experienced, and so we are going to get this to the table, and we are going to try the cooperative mode instead of I call it the head-to-head mode.
The competitive mode, yeah.
And so that'll be interesting. I don't know how it's going to work.
There's scenarios in it. So the scenario, we've played it competitively quite a bit. Stacey usually kicks my butt in it. I think she won like 8 straight before I won my first game. I do overthink it, and then I forget about things as well. The scenarios I have played solo, but you can play the scenarios cooperatively. So it'll be interesting to do that, and then you're working together to take your pictures of the wild and stuff. So very excited to play that one cooperatively instead of competitively or solo. And now we're going to get to our next contributor, and this is Carol from the Mill.
Hello, everyone. Once again, I'm Carol from the fan-made, Stonemeyer-sponsored channel The Mill on YouTube, and Ian has welcomed me back to help with their December showcase. So last month I talked about Apostocracy and how I really wanted to get that off my shelf of opportunity, and I did it actually on November 1st, and it was a lovely game. And I got my honorable mention Mad Kala off the table that same day. Now for December, the theme is, make sure I get this right, old games in a new way. So the way I'm interpreting this for my December goal is I do content for Stonemaier. And so I have this beautiful Stonemaier copy of Tokaido. My 9-year-old son absolutely loves this game. And we also just got the playmat, which is gorgeous. And we really like it. It's a nice chill game. I actually really like it solo as well. But recently, Stonemaier also did the expansions for Tokaido and put them both in there, Crossroads and Matsuri. And I've actually never played on the tabletop with these expansions. So my old game in a new way for December is going to be to try out on the tabletop Tokaido with the expansions. I have looked through it. They look really cool. And I will probably play it solo. My 9-year-old was not the most excited to change things up with it when I showed it to him. So that'll be my thing. I will solo play for the first time Tokaido with the Crossroads and Matsuri expansions. So if you've played it, I'll kind of look at Ian's comments to see what you think of it. I'm excited to try them out, and I hope you have a wonderful December of gaming. I know for us here in Wisconsin, it is board game season, so excited for more board games in December. Thanks. Bye.
Well, great minds think alike, because we also are going to be putting that onto our wall for the month. We have played Tokaido, and we have played Tokaido Duo.
Recently, we got that to the table.
Mm-hmm. And so we've got the playmat, and so we're going to play with the playmat. Ooh, heavy game.
Everything's in there. Nothing's in here.
We're going to play with the playmat, which we had to purchase separately when Stonemaier had their auction. That was a bonus that you could also purchase, and so we went ahead and purchased that.
And then $1 went to every playmat. $1 of every playmat went to every auction which we were a part of.
Yes, and so thank you, Stonemaier, for that. But we are going to be playing with the playmat, and then we're also going to be playing the Tokaido, Crossroads, and
Matsuri.
I have troubles with names. So we are going to be playing with the expansion as well.
Yep.
So I'm excited to get that because I love Tokaido. Like Carol said, that Tokaido is just a real chill game. There's no stress, I don't think, involved with it. And if I say that, then you know it's true. So I love Tokaido. I'm excited to get Crossroads and Matsuri to the table, and hopefully we can do a playthrough or something of that.
And I will probably also get it to the table solo for the first time when we have it out, because last time we had it out, I did not get it to play solo. So we're going to get all sorts of new things. Playing on the playmat, which helps organize stuff better, the expansion, and on the playmat. Well, another game that is very similar in what is going to happen here. This is another game where we now have the playmat for, so it will help organize stuff better. We have the expansion for, which adds some asymmetric powers, which Stacey will probably play at least once on the expansion. But also, the expansion adds solo modes. This is one of our, I would be surprised if this is not on our top 10 new to us games in 2025 that didn't come out in 2025. Like, this is going to be very high on that list already. And that is Explorers of Novoria with the Forgotten Lands. So we've had the Forgotten Lands since we got Explorers of Novoria, but we just haven't got it, didn't get it to the table. I think part of it was because it added the extra space, and the main board didn't have the extra space below for the extra row of cards, because you have one more row of cards. But the playmat has everything. The playmat is very large. But very excited for that one. We both really enjoy that one. That one was a huge hit for us the first time we played it, with the way you're drafting cards, and then you're drafting tokens to get you're drafting cards to get them into your search party or your exploration party. You are in Novoria, and what you have done is there's 3 islands that have popped up around you, and you're exploring them. So you're drafting people to go out into your exploration, and they all score differently. And then you are drafting tiles to get rewards, and then you're doing some worker movement and worker placement and moving on these tracks and stuff. So this adds some asymmetric abilities, which should be kind of interesting. and adds some new cards, adds its 6th set of cards, and we have the playmat for it, and it adds a solo mode. So I'm very excited for all of that. So, well, there's our wall for the month. We're very excited because these are some games we really, really enjoy, and so to be able to experience them in a new way. Now, Purgle I've only played once.
I've never played
and Stacey's never played. So that will be one. And Honeybuzz, she's never played. I've played. But the 4 that we've played together are 4 games we really, really enjoy. And I really enjoy Honeybuzz. And I enjoyed my play of Pergola. So I'm very excited to play those on the tabletop, multiplayer, play some things solo for the first time, play some expansions, play a new way to draft in Calico. Should be very interesting because you're going to have more information on the board or on the table as to what you might be able to draft. So you might be able to plan a little bit differently. Playing cooperatively with Wild Singularity, and getting some of the other games maybe to the table as well that we haven't played in different ways. So let us know down in the comments, what games do you have on your shelf that you might be able to get played in a different way this month? Think of it, expansions are, I think, the easiest way, but hey, do you have any cooperative games that can play competitively and vice versa? Do you have any games that you've only played on Board Game Arena? Do you have any games that you've only played at a certain player count? You're going to play at a higher player count or solo? Are there other things you can think of that would be a different way to play a game? So there you have it, everyone. Please like, comment, subscribe as always. Once again, this has been Where There's a Wills.
There's a play.
I'm Ian.
I'm Stacey.
And we'll see you next time.
At the table.